Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, HasLab Liokaiser makes its final push, Takara unveils a new Japan-specific toy line, and we get a teaser of a devastating new robot from Robosen. Today is Wednesday, March 26th, 2025, and this is episode 635 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that has a completely busted bracket in March Madness this year. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
And Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Make jokes, but next year Nostradamus is doing March Madness brackets. It's in the plans. Hello, everyone. Let's talk Transformers.
You speak it into existence and it'll happen.
Actually, it was something we talked about doing last year. It just never materialized quite yet, but we're working on for next year.
All credit to Jeremy. He came up with that intro. So, shout out to Nostradamus.
It's just great minds.
All right. As always, we start off the show by thanking our donatrons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to contribute to the show and help keep us going. We really appreciate it. If you would like to become a donatron, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And that's where you can sign up and help, kick in a couple bucks to help us keep this thing going and keep the lights on here. So, of course, we give you some perks for being a donatron. That includes bonus content, like our bonus show, We Like Big Bots. And that stars Daryl and Dr. Pants talking about the biggest bots in their collection. Got 14 episodes available on our Patreon page, so you can go check that out once you have access. And more coming sometime this year, maybe?
I can safely say that within this calendar year, there will be more episodes of We Like Big Bots. I am going to be perfectly honest with everyone and open. It's really hard to do during the school year. It's really hard to do. When the summer rolls around, I'm gonna bug Daryl and we're gonna bang out a whole bunch of them.
Well, if you go to TFCon Toronto, just lock him in a hotel room and knock out a few episodes. And there you go.
It's not a terrible idea, but I'm pretty sure he'd murder me if I kept him from anything at TFCon.
Just say, if you want these exclusives, got to give us a Big Bots video.
Submit a panel request and don't tell Daryl. A live We Like Big Bots.
See, Jeremy's the brains here. Jeremy's the brains. It's a good
Love
idea.
it when a plan comes together. All right. In addition to Big Bots, we've got other bonus content that includes bonus uncut versions of our Transformers live play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. So Empire of Rust is every other week. We go to bi-weekly, and in the in-between weeks, we give a early bonus version to all our donatrons. So you get access to the next episode a week early. So we just had episode 131 last week. Now episode 132, 20,000 Leagues Under the Track, is available for donatrons. So you can get access to that bonus uncut version right now. Then the regular version will be up in the free feed of Empire of Rust on March 31st. So that will be at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And you can also buy our exclusive Skybound Transformers #1 comic with the cover art by E.J. Sue. We commissioned that for Transformers #1. That's available now at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. So if you have not picked up your copy of that, you can get it whenever you like. And we've still got our Toy Hacks promo code for March, 15% off all your purchases at toyhacks.com with that promo code PLAYBACK. So that code will be active for just a couple more days until March 31st. So you've got time to use it. Use that code PLAYBACK. Then in April, we'll have a new code. We'll announce that in the next episode. So stay tuned for that next week. And one last thing before we get into the show, we did get some info from one of our donatrons and friend of the show, Nathan Webb, who is a fan creator in the UK who has done his own fan comic, Transformers adjacent comic called Britformers. And he's done a Kickstarter for every issue. So he's got 3 issues out right now, and they're kickstarting their 4th issue. So we'll have a link in the show notes. You can check that out. And the Kickstarter just started and it's already met its goal. So this comic is coming out. It's a fan comic, but cool artwork. He sent us a digital copy, and we got a chance to look at it. So take a look. He's already blown past a bunch of their stretch goals. So there'll be a lot of content there if you decide to back this and pick up a comic. So check out the Kickstarter if you are interested in some fan Transformers comics. All right. That's all for the start of the show. Let's get into the main show, starting off with HasBlab.
All right. So as we figured would happen between last week and now, they've hit the 18,000 backer number on the HasLab. So Liokaiser's display stand has been unlocked. All the tiers are now unlocked, and with only a day to go for us as we're recording this on Sunday, it'll be done when this episode goes live. They are at 21,482 backers. So it is definitely going to happen. Oh, 47 now. I just reloaded the page. So we'll know next week what the final number is. But, we kind of figured it was definitely going to hit all the targets. And, now it's just a matter of how much more. So that's pretty cool. Charles, have you decided, are you going to jump in or not?
So I did make my decision yesterday, and I did back it. So I am one of those 21,487 backers. So
you just couldn't skip one, right?
And I mean, we have another story later on about potential improvements. So that at least gives me hope that some of the things that people are upset about will be addressed before this is produced. So
yeah. Well, Dr. Pants, how about you? You were pretty on the no side. Still there?
We're going to talk about the improvements, and I will say it does look better. But I'm just going to state right now that it's great they showed improvements, but it should have been improved before they showed it off, because at this point, it's got a day. If I decide now to back it, I'd have to have $300 ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, even if they didn't have pictures, just talk about, yes, we understand there are these issues. We're going to work on it. Right. Tell us that a month ago.
Exactly. And I understand that it's not the final product or anything, but in the episode I was on where I talked about it, some of that stuff was I thought was kind of egregious for a HasLab. And I'm not going to repeat myself, but it's not for me. I'm already 4 Iron Factory figures deep in a Liokaiser. This did not convince me to go the other way.
Yeah. All right. Well, some of those improvements are Death Cobra is now getting fire articulation. They don't have any pictures yet, but after the campaign, we'll have some. And then we also have, I'm going to skip to this next one too. They have updated chest conversion on Leozak, where the breast force guy connects in. And let's see, there's some other updates here. Hellbat has an updated connection point as well for that. And then shoulder conversions on this is Skyhawk and Elbat. And then they're showing off some of, I guess there's a new video as well showing off some of these updates. So they've added wheels to Kill Bison and Drill Horn, and then some more leg articulation. So it looks like a lot of the issues have been addressed here, but there's still, I mean, it's still kind of looks gappy in places, and we have I don't know. It just it helps that I didn't really have a connection to the character, so I have like no interest at all in getting this. But you know, I'm sure some of the people that are in are appreciative of at least some of these updates.
I've seen people commenting in other message boards and everything about how they're really excited that they updated it and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for the people who are all in on it. And I am not going to rain on anyone's parade. If you're happy with it, by all means. But
right. Well, next up we have the meet the bot that they've been doing on Instagram. This is for Drill Horn. He has the left leg, and it shows off both of his modes. I think this is before any of the improvements, so we'll get all those pictures in the coming weeks. But yeah, I mean, it's great that they're doing that with all the different characters. And then I think that is it for HasLab this week, or HasBlab this week. So,
all right, well, let's get into the show with some quick hits. All right, first up, we've got some more action figures, statues from 3.0, the MDLX line. So we've got Jazz and Rodimus Unicronus in-hand galleries. It's just Shattered Glass Hot Rod, right? I mean, I know that he was in the what was that? Power of the Primes, the Prime Wars trilogy thing.
But does this one have the beard/mustache?
He does.
Yeah.
Then that's Rodimus Unicronus.
Yeah, that's how you know he's evil.
Because I don't think Shattered Glass Hot Rod ever has the beard and mustache, or just the mustache.
Doesn't he?
I think so.
Okay, I thought he did.
I mean, he does have the Autobot logo here, so
I don't know what's real
a Shattered
anymore,
Glass
then.
Autobot.
I don't know anymore.
They've both got 45 points of articulation. They've got die cast frame, lots of paint apps from head to toe, and very detailed, cool looking figures. So if you are interested in some MDLX non-transforming transforming figures, you got the Jazz and Rodimus Unicronus. So that smirk, cute little smirk there.
Yeah.
It's not cute, it's evil. It's evil and badass. Not cute. How dare you, sir?
All right. Next up, I guess in our regular Blokees update, we've got a teaser image for the new Action Edition Soundwave. And then we also have here Transformers 1, looks like great prototypes of Soundwave and Shockwave. And this is in the Galaxy version line. And then finally we have a promotional image for their Devastator. And I'm confused. Is this the making the existing ones combine, or didn't actually get a chance to go over all this?
I mean, it's just a picture. There's no other information, so we don't really know what.
It's showing in color things like the arm and the chest plate and stuff. I don't know if that's just stylistically.
I think it's stylistically, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
online. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charles.
No, I was just going to say. I think it is like what we saw with that fan. What the fan did with just hooking up the Blokey vehicle mode Constructicons kind of piecemeal. I think this is like the official way to do that, and there's some additional bits and pieces to make it like a real Devastator.
Yeah, it does say here it's the 5.5 centimeter chibi style figures with looks like connecting parts are included with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I guess, taking them apart and reassembling them to look like Devastator.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool, though.
Next up, we have a Flame Toys Furai model. This is the 39th model in the series, by the way. I had no idea they were this close to 40 different kits, but this is Black RC. So this is a recolor of the RC model kit they put out before. At least I'm guessing it's just a recolor. It's hard to tell. It does look vastly different. But it's black overall with some hints of pink in it with the white face, but she looks very, very cool, very Combiner Hunters-y. The pink looks great against that black. She comes with a nice rifle, pistol, knife, interchangeable hands, and she does come with a visor. And these kits are superposable, and at this point, if you're not familiar with the Furai model kits, you should check them out. They are very, very cool. They give you a really nice stylized version of the character. And in all honesty, I didn't pick up RC, but I might get this one just because I think this looks a lot cooler. This black and pink kind of stealth outfit really works for her and just looks awesome. I absolutely love this. So I haven't picked up a Furai kit in a while. This may be my next one.
You said this, like, it does look Combiner Hunters-esque.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if someone doesn't like a Combiner Hunter sword to go along with it.
Oh, man, yeah.
They had those massive swords.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I hope they do a Windblade to go along with it then.
Yeah.
And we never got a Chromia model kit, did we?
No.
No, we should. I would love that. But no, this is very, very cool. I'm very excited for this. And this of course was not one of the more expensive kits either, so I'll have to jump on this.
All right. Next up, this was a bit of a surprise. We've got a completely new toy line coming out of Takara. This is the Transformers Wild King. So this looks to be like a kid's toy line similar to what Hasbro is trying to do with Cyberworld. But honestly, I think it looks better. It looks better than what Cyberworld is doing. And it's these figures where you've got traditional like the Autobots and Decepticons, and then you've got Beast figures that combine with the Autobots and Decepticons as like armor or the to make them be bigger. And there's Optimus Prime with a bunch of with a giraffe and a rhino or elephant. Very colorful, very looks very like the play pattern looks very cool for I think for kids, and it is going to be going with a 26 episode CG. Or I don't know how many, actually it doesn't say how many episodes. It's starting on March 26th. So it's starting today. But it's a CGI animated series that will be on the Takara Tomy YouTube channel. So it is again going to be a YouTube episode similar to what Cyberworld is doing. But they've got a bunch of characters here. You've got Optimus, Megatron. You've got Giraffe, who is that Light Long? Yep. Then the elephant is Hydrophant. The Triceratops, a green Triceratops, is Leafback, and then the Tyrannosaurus is Captain Volca.
So cool.
the Tyrannosaurus alt mode really looks like Beast Wars Megatron.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if we get another repaint of that.
And Light Long looks like Long Rack from Beast Wars Neo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So.
So Hydrophant is a great name. That's fantastic.
This
And did the Beast characters have? It doesn't look like they have faction symbols. So are they like neutral? They can like switch sides or whatever. Or are they?
Yeah, they have those little like leaf looking thing on their chest that we saw. I think see, Optimus can have it. I don't know if we have a picture of Megatron, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's probably going to be in the anime. It's going to be relevant, I'm sure.
Like
Well,
Cyber Planet
there we
keys
go.
or something.
There's Megatron has it, and he has like all 4 of the animals as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're specifically called energy beasts, so I'm wondering if they're not a part of a faction, and
It's like mini-cons.
they're like mini cons.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say this: I am so excited for this, and I hope I can get these figures somewhere because this is exactly what I'm looking for Transformers. This is fun as hell looking.
Yeah. Does it say how big they are? Because I saw looks like it's in your blind box size thing.
That is so that's a thing in Japan with their figures because I think even back in 99 or whenever Car Robots came out, they did their figures in boxes like that. It's not necessarily blind box, it's just their boxes. So it's hard to say how big they are.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really see anything that indicates the size for these, but I mean, I hope if maybe Hasbro Pulse will put these out on their store as well, since they've been basically carrying over anything from Japan. I wonder why they didn't just like Hasbro and Takara didn't work together to put this line out everywhere. I wonder why Hasbro went with their Cyberworld line that kind of doesn't look great at all. Like when we saw it revealed at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
This is a very, very like Japanese Sentai feeling series. With the way they're combining, it feels very much like, a Power Rangers Megazord.
Yeah.
Or a Sentai mech. So I'm wondering if that's why they're keeping it Japan only.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very fun, but also very Japan.
And that's why I love it.
Yeah.
I want the weird stuff. Why are we getting the weird stuff?
You can still get it. You can probably import it for a modest fee.
I mean, yeah. I mean, hopefully Hasbro does put it on Pulse. I think that's a great place to put the weird Takara stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I could probably go through like Big Bad Toy Store or somewhere else they'll probably have it up there at some point too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, something else that you can find on Big Bad Toy Store is DNA Design has an upgrade kit for Studio Series Optimus Prime. And this one, if you want your Optimus Prime to match the Skybound comics with a Megatron arm, this is the kit for you. It's got the arm, the fusion cannon, a new head, a new kind of back, I think makes it into a jetpack, and a handheld little Megatron gun. So we have some pictures here of it with the new arm. It is fully transformable with the arm, which is awesome. Here you can see the jetpack in the back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it looks like it's the little thrusters can move a little bit and kind of cleans up the backpack kibble.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we have the fusion cannon showing it's fully articulated. And then there's an LED light in there. The little Megatron gun can fit in the trailer, which is cool. And then we have here, it'll fully transform. And just like in the comic, you can have the cannon on top of the cab. And then you can also have it in the back like a smokestack. And it says you can buy the weapons for additional separately. So you can have 2 fusion cannons and just get fusion cannons for all your characters. So, but this is a great kit. And, if you have Studio Series Optimus, this seems fun. In one of the 3D printing groups I'm in on Facebook, someone made their own like Megatron arm and fusion cannon and had it actually transforming with the figure and stuff. But I'm sure the quality of the DNA design kit was going to be so much better. So yeah, this looks fantastic.
DNA Designs does fantastic work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This might be a buy for me. This looks really good.
Have you gotten any of their kits before?
Just the one that Dr. Pants gifted to me, the Galvatron one.
Oh yeah, part of the Galvatron one.
Yeah.
Last up, Robosen's putting out a new robot, and I don't think... Did any of us see this one coming next? They're doing Devastator. Devastator! Wow. I don't know what to say. Like, they must believe in themselves a lot. So they are doing all 6 robots for Devastator. They will all have their own individual alt mode and robot mode. They will, of course, transform via commands and whatnot, and they will combine into Devastator. Now, I will say the combination to Devastator, I don't think it's going to be a command that you can give them, and they will just...
Yeah, you can kind of see the picture on the screen now.
Yeah, it's there is a skeletal frame that you can fit all of the individual robots onto to make one giant Devastator that I'm assuming will react to commands and whatnot. But this is insane. This is absolutely mind-boggling.
It looks like the individual robots don't have like any automation in them. Is that? I mean, we don't. This is still teaser stuff, but it looks like the individual robots are just kind of they plug into the frame of Devastator, and then Devastator is where you have all the actual like Robosen servos and automation.
I swear I saw something somewhere that was like a gray or like regular plastic and metal prototype of one of them, and they showed it transforming.
I think so. That was, I mean, I think that might have been there was a scrapper prototype from like years and years ago before Robosen had the Transformers license. I don't think that's the same scrapper that's going to be in this Devastator.
Possibly. It does say there is they translated that one little bit. That says the 6 deformable small robots can achieve a combined state humanoid form and mounting state and can automatically move under non-human interference.
Okay.
So that makes it sound like that they will do the Robosen thing, and
wow.
Yeah, I want to know how big they're going to be and price point.
It's going to be more expensive than any of us can really.
Oh, no. I don't want to buy it. I have no room for this. I just want to know. It is pure curiosity because I mean, let's face it, like all the other Robosen toys are like, you have to be a really high-end collector to really get into that, because that, I mean, we're passing $1,000 for a single piece, and this is 6 pieces that combines into a giant piece. And if these are to scale with the other figures, like, that's bananas. Because
yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I like that. Alex Dunn in the chat. Price point, divorce class / used car. Exactly. Like, my God. Like, I'm sitting here complaining about Liokaiser being $300. There is no way this is in my budget.
Yeah. I would only assume that they're going to get Arthur Burkhart to record some lines. I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah. Prepare for extermination.
Yeah. Charles's uncle. He kind of adopted Charles at TFCon a few years ago.
That's awesome. He was at RetroCon last year, I think. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but he was there. That was cool.
He's so nice.
I have a nitpick for the translation they did. I mean, I know they probably used like Google Translate or whatever, but deformable, come on, it's transformable. We know it. We know they meant transformable. Why did you leave it as deformable?
But that says to me then, Like all those knockoffs you see that say deformation robot and whatnot, that's why they use that word, because it's obviously some weird translation hiccup.
Yeah.
And that's fascinating. But I just want to see this thing work. Like I always enjoy watching how they move and what they do. And this one I'm more curious about than any other. Like I need to know how this thing functions and what it can do. 'Cause yeah. Also, the world, like, are we having a resurgence of the Devastator wars from like third party a few years back? Like,
Yeah.
is it me, or are there like 7 other Devastators coming out right now? I'm tired. Please stop.
It's not just you, Dr. Pants. We actually talked. We had a comment on feedback about this last week. It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Begun. The Devastator wars have.
Round 2. Round 2. Oh God. Anyway, I mean, this is fascinating, and wow, like Robosen, you're tackling a big project.
All right, well, that's all our toy discussion for this week, and we're looking forward to seeing an actual reveal of the Robosen Devastator. I think it might be a year or so away. I mean, I'm sure this leak.
Yeah.
Hasbro and Robosen are probably not happy about this leak, about everyone seeing this ahead of time.
It looks like it's like from the Chinese patent, because
yeah,
it's typical patent drawings and everything is Chinese. So and it looks like someone just like took screenshots on their phone. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. All right, let's move on with the rest of the show. Go into some trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. You can get all our Transmissions merchandise at our TeePublic store at transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic. I've got my bad guy shirt designed by Daryl here. Daryl, we love you, guy. Come back soon. And everyone, if you want Daryl to come back, go to our TeePublic store and buy some merchandise, and that'll encourage him to come back. transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic. Of course, if you don't want Transmissions merchandise, you can buy anything from TeePublic through that link, and that will help out the show. If you would like to get something, go there. All right. We're going to talk about the stuff we got this week. I think we're skipping Jeremy because he's in an undisclosed location.
Yep. I don't have anything Transformers related except for the sticker I got at TFCon a few years ago on my water bottle. It's about it. Mountain Hillary. Support your fan artists.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go first because I don't have any good stuff to show off either. I picked up latest issue of G.I. Joe number 5. It's in the Energon universe, so Transformers adjacent. We're going to review this in alt mode this week, so stay tuned for that on Friday. And we will talk about it. And they do have Energon in here. No Transformers, but they do have Energon in here. So I wanted to show off just one additional birthday present that I got this week. It came a little late. It is not Transformers at all, but I just thought it was really cool because my wife got personalized Lego figures.
Aww.
So she took
cool.
a picture of us together, and then they designed, like, they just from the picture will design your Lego characters.
That's cool. So, I've seen personalized Funko, but I've never seen it's like kind of the brickhead style of Legos almost.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
So I did put them together. Here they are. So
and there's a little heart.
That's so adorable.
So nice. Extra cute, super cute.
And you have the anime really eye.
Cool. Yeah. Those are cute.
So I really love that. That was a great surprise. I did not expect that. And she really got me with that. That was really cool. So, It's a Transformers podcast, but I don't have anywhere else to show it off, so I'm showing it off here.
You do you. You do you, Charles. And
Yeah.
happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, Dr. Pants, it's up to you to carry the mantle forward.
Oh my God. If I had known, I would have tried harder, but I've only got two things. Granted, I think you're both going to appreciate one of them, but the first one, I went to my local Walmart and they're carrying Blokees. So
Oh,
I got
nice.
he's lit up. Oh, look at that. His eyes are lit up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is
cool.
the classic style Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. This was $10. And you know what? For $10, it lights up, so the eyes light up. There's a little battery in the chest, and you're supposed to turn it on by just like leaning it forward and whatnot. He's gonna fall off his stand, but that's okay. But he comes with a nice base with these cool little effects. He's got a regular hand, or he's got the gun hand, and honestly, like, no stickers, no nothing, and that, like, it was a quick little build, and he's fully articulated and everything. It was a really cool little thing. I loved it.
Awesome.
It. So go check your local Walmarts or wherever and see if they start carrying that kind of stuff. But the next one, Jeremy, you're really going to love this, because I know you like a good Nemesis Prime / Scourge, and I know you like a good Power Master Prime. So how about a Make Toys Thunder Erebus?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have wanted this thing for ages, and it hasn't been reprinted since. But Daryl's not here, so I can't toot his horn on this. But r/Transformers Trading is my best friend, because somebody was getting rid of this. They posted a bunch of stuff, and all of it was like really typical, like current generation stuff. And I saw this in the background. I'm like, is that for sale? And it was a great price, absolutely great price.
Nice.
And like, he's not giant. He's not like masterpiece scale, really, but he is fun as hell, and he's a little tiny. Like, look at that little cab.
Oh, no. Cool.
And he's got his Power Master, who is also really tiny.
Nice.
But it does all the things you want a Power Master Prime to do. He's just, just black.
Any Power Master Prime that's posable is a great Power Master Prime.
This is very true. Yeah, no, I absolutely love this. Like I said, I've wanted one for a long time, and I now finally have it. He is super fun, and he looks really, really good. And he's got the teal and the red windows. He's got all the Nemesis Prime colors that you could want. So, absolutely love this. So, yeah, that was my good pickup in the past month or so. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. No, that's pretty good. That's it for Trips to the Store. So let's move on with the rest of the show.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, and we will finish up with some feedback. All right, we got 2 comments on YouTube. So this is from episode 634 last week. First comment from a regular YouTube commenter, Stuart118 Tyler. And he is responding to the MDLX Conehead that we looked at. I think it was Dirge we talked about last week. And he says, yes, I love my Conehead Seekers. Just pre-ordered Dirge. Impatiently waiting for Ramjet and Thrust. Snicker. Grow up, Stuart. I'm kidding. Don't grow up. I really have become addicted to the MDLX figures. Yeah, I'm aware of the disdain for non-transforming Transformers, but I seriously just dig them. No, don't even concern yourself with other people's disdain. If you like it and you enjoy it, that's great. I think there lots of people like some of the non-transforming extra posable figures. That's great. Enjoy them. You do you, as Dr. Pants once said to me.
You do you. Yeah. I was actually about to quote Scrubs and be like, when Dr. Kelso said, "Who the hell cares what other people think? Just do what makes you happy."
Exactly. That's why we've been doing a Transformers podcast for almost 12 years.
Yep.
All right. We also had another comment from Curly Blackwater 9869. And this is responding to, we were speculating about when they were actually going to finally announce the release of the last HasLab figure, the Omega Prime. And they are in Australia. So they say, I've been given a May release date for Australia. So it says on my Zing receipt. So I guess Zing is the retailer that they did the HasLab in Australia through. So that seems, I mean, if that's official, that's a ways away still.
I mean, it's just a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, on the Transformers subreddit, there were a couple of people in, I believe, New Zealand who got theirs.
You have not listened to last week's show.
I did not listen to last week's show.
We talked all about that, and I was very upset.
Yeah, no, I was upset too.
That's specifically what this comment is responding to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm behind.
No, it's fine. We forgive you.
Thank you.
But thanks for your perspective, Curly Blackwater. So I guess, I mean, maybe New Zealand is just the odd one out. They just got lucky and are getting
testing the distribution.
Yeah, maybe. But we have still not heard anything in the States for HasLab. So I mean, our next feedback actually has a discussion about this too. So maybe that's a good point to just move on to. We got a voicemail from Masterpiece Donatron and friend of the show, John 4X Levengood. So let's hear from him.
Hey guys, John 4X Levengood here. So I got a couple things going on. First of all, if the rumors are true with the Robosen Transformer, I'm obviously getting it. As long as it's a transforming Transformer, which being flagship it should be, I'm getting it. That's what I'm all in on now. Which transitions into the next thing. I was all in on all of the HasLab Transformers. However, I've got to pass on this one. It's not that I don't want the Transformer. I don't have the same issues that, say, Dr. Pants have with it. My issue is I don't even have the email confirming my address telling me that the last HasLab is on its way. And while I don't mind supporting things like that, it just feels wrong for me to continue to support when I'm not even getting the last one I supported. So that's my big thing. I hate doing that because I would really like it, but I mean, I can't justify to myself buying something when the company hasn't even filled the last thing I bought from them. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good show, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, so I mean that's something I hadn't considered, but that is an interesting perspective. I mean, Hasbro has been kind of like silent on what's. I mean, they've shown off Omega Prime in various stages, but they have said nothing about, hey, when's it coming?
It has said fall 2025 from pretty much the start, and I think all of us just read that as fall 2024 when we backed it. But especially with showing it in such a state of completion, we're like, come on, give us some updates, something.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, because
I want
to believe that they announced Deathsaurus right around the time that Star Saber was coming out, if not a little after that. And Omega Prime got announced around the time Deathsaurus came out.
And then they announced Leozak in the fall when you would have expected Omega Prime to come out.
Yeah, it's weird that Omega Prime is taking so much longer than the other. Like, I would think it would. I mean, maybe it's the complexity of the figure that it's. But
if anything, Leozak is going to be more complex, being that it's. I mean, being that so many more figures, you have to work out the packaging and everything.
I kind of, except I mean, I will say that those figures are fairly simple. Whereas, I mean, the Omega Prime figure is in itself, I think, a more complex piece overall than Liokaiser's going to be. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. I don't know. What
Just
was the
more communication would have been better.
Yeah, I don't remember. What was the deal with Unicron? How long between when that ended and when it got shipped? Because I didn't get Unicron. I don't remember.
It was because it came out. The campaign was like fall of 2020, right? It was, or was
so.
it 2021? Maybe it was 2021.
All those years were a blur.
It's still a blur.
And then it was I think it was a year.
Okay.
DJ Runner says it was nearly 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But they were very clear on the dates, as far as I know.
And they didn't announce. I don't think they announced Starsaber until after it came out, did they?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it was like nearly shipping when they announced it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I will say John's point is something I hadn't considered, but that now that he brings it up, that's another reason to be a little wary.
Yeah. You might be harboring some like unrealized anger about not getting your Omega Prime.
Listen. Of all the HasLabs they've done,
right? Yeah,
that was the one I wanted more than any of them. And where we at, Hasbro? Where we at?
Yeah, they can make it up by having the one after Leozak being a Nemesis or a Scourge,
or Rail Racer.
Yeah, Build King.
Oh, because we got the Scourge already. We got the Scourge.
Yeah. I guess, but the Rail Racer. That you have people like trains, combiners. It hits a lot of different
Japan
points.
Loves trains.
Yeah,
I was just looking on Hasbro Pulse or on TF Wiki. So this the Unicron was announced on July 15th, 2019, and the crowdfunding was that fall, so August to October of 2019, and then it was shipped in February of 2021. So yeah, it was about a year and a half.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I didn't realize it was pre-pandemic. That's wow, my time is really crazy.
No, seriously, the pandemic ruined everything.
yeah. I forgot. That's when I went to the New York Comic Con and actually saw it at the Hasbro booth.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
I was at that New York Comic Con. I don't remember seeing it.
Was it? Pretty sure I did. Because I saw.
Or did they show it at San Diego? They showed it at San Diego.
No, I mean I'd never been to San Diego.
Oh well, then I don't.
I mean,
it was definitely at that October New York Comic Con because that was when the campaign ended.
Because I kind of got a down low interview with I think it was Ben Montano or someone from the Hasbro team. I started asking him questions and a microphone recording and got a few things.
Yeah, because Unicron was the weird one where it originally didn't meet its goal, and then they like extended the campaign and did some funny math, and then somehow got it over the finish line.
Yeah.
So, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What a crazy couple of years it's been.
Yeah.
This promises to continue getting crazier.
Yeah. You know, I've been doing this show for almost 5 years now with you guys, and I still feel like a newbie.
Well, I mean, considering we're almost 12 years in.
Yeah, I know, but still, like...
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all for feedback, and that takes us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. So, as always, we give a shout out to our Masterpiece Donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon, and that's why they get a mention in every episode. So, thank you once again to John Forex Levengood, and thank you for your feedback, and Steve C. and we really appreciate your support. And thank you to everyone who supports us and everyone who watches and listens. Thank you all for just hanging out with us and supporting us. And Dr. Pants, thank you again for hanging out with us this week. And why don't you tell everyone where they can find you online?
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can look at the link right below my name. That is a link tree to Nerdstradamus. And if you're listening to this on audio, it should be in the show notes. You can find my friends and I doing Nerdstradamus things at all the Nerdstradamus links. Our main outlet is, of course, YouTube. And all of March, I was doing robot things. Because it's March Mechness, everyone. And I was on the ball this year. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, you can tune in. I've been doing stuff so far this week, and it's going to end on Friday is going to be a personal episode I've been meaning to do for a while. It is not Transformers related, but it is a personal passion project of mine in terms of video. But week 2 of March Mechness was all about Transformers. Make sure you check it out. But other than that, just watch us for the funsies.
And this October 2019 New York Comic Con, it's too bright, but it's Unicron there.
Oh.
And there we go.
Again,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I was there, but that day was hell on earth, so I missed a lot of things.
I met listener Tommy, is the police officer. Tommy Papers Online. I can't remember his last name.
Tom Proscia.
Yeah, Tom Proscia. Yeah, I met him there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of our big donors there, donatrions there. So. All right, everyone. Thanks again for hanging out, watching us, listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.